Hello and welcome back to That Old Shop. My name is Mike Scott. This is a continuation of the series on the bench center. So we got most of the parts cleaned off, got the paint buzzed off them, and just have to clean up these handles here, go over all the major pieces again, and clean them up, spray them down with some acetone, fill in all the major imperfections and blending in the casting mismatches, and then I'm going to prime and paint. Instead of putting filler all over the whole thing like the factory did when this was made, I'm just going to try to blend in the casting roughness or texture with a roller like this. That would give it an even texture. I'm not going for a nice smooth automotive type finish on this at all. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Down, about 12 to go. Some of these handles are kind of nicked up. Guys must have got really luck with some of these. So I'm going to have to take a file some of these areas and kind of clean that up. You can see that? Bunch of burrs there. Looks like somebody grabbed it with some pliers. That big blob of paint. All mushroomed over. Yep, set screws on there. That stud is bent there too. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That's bent. Always something to fix. So here's some of the damage on these handles and the studs that the handles go in. This one looks like somebody filed it or ground it. They put a groove into it. So I'm actually gonna weld that up, work that back in. Some of these other ones are actually in pretty good shape. The handles that go in there though, they've taken the most abuse, where this end has gotten mushroomed over after it was in there. For some reason they were beating on these things. There's a set screw that holds them in. Some of them have flats on them for the set screws, some of them don't. There's one that has some flats on it, but the end is pretty beat up. So because of the ball end, because of this taper, it's not something you can easily chuck up in the lathe and rework this end. So I'm going to rework these ends by hand. Put these ends in the lathe, flip it around, put this end in the lathe, and kind of work the rest of this in. Get a lot of these nicks out of there and smooth them out. A lot of these are mushroomed over here too. I don't know why that would be. From pounding them in there or from when they were originally made. I don't know, but we're going to make them prettier, nicer. Getting there. It's been any easier than I thought. That looks like it's mostly there. Let's see how crooked these are now.
little dings on the surface of this side of it. It looks like it's texture almost. I'm gonna try to get some more of that off. Let's see what we got. That's better. Quite a few dings in the end of that one too. Let's get some more of that out. That's more better. It'll take quite a bit off of that last one. I don't think I'll have to take much off of this one. There's a big ding in that one, and this ball end of it has really been taken down some by somebody. I can maybe pound some of that back in there, but I'm not going to get half of it back in there. I think I'll just take off the high and put a dot of weld in there. Okay, and I had one more of these sitting on the lathe bed there. Probably because it was the finest example I had. Just trying to get rid of some of that roughness on the end, smooth it out some more. I'm over here at the disc sander. Okay, time for a sit-down job. I'm going to clean out all these set screw holes. 1/4 thread. I thought it would be finer than that for such a short set screw, but that's what they have. Get a set screw in there. Like I said in the earlier video, when I was at this stage cleaning up the set screw area, some of them are slotted and some of them were hex. I'm putting all hex set screws in there just to make it all the same, and I don't have slotted set screws. Might polish these up some more on the ends. They're kind of beat up on the ends. Probably could more thorough job on the ends when I had them in the lathe. But the lathe is right behind me, so I can always throw them back in there. They're going to be mounted on a machine like that, a lot of them, so the end is going to be showing, sticking right up there. So probably good to have those nice and smoothed out. Make sure I have enough of the correct size set screws. Come on, fight me. This is the first time I've been back at this in about a week. About an hour and a half of cleaning up all those smaller major parts with that angle grinder. Put me down for 3 days. My shoulders all the way to my wrists were just terrible. And that all comes from a injury 9 years ago, wielding a big 20-pound sledgehammer. My wrist will probably kill me tomorrow from this bit of work. But just do what you can when you can, right? Okay, that's that. So I think I'm going to pull the set screws back out and take these back over the lathe and make sure these very ends where the set screw is. But took a lot of beating. When I had them in the lathe, I was more concerned with this appearance part of it. I wasn't really getting the end cleaned out. So I'll do that, and then I'll get a wire brush and a drill and run it through there. These holes where this handle goes into. Make sure that's good and clean. Make sure these are deburred good, and then we'll start assembling them. Okay, I cleaned up the ends of these, again in the lathe. I'm taking a brush to, and I filed these little studs where the set screw, where this goes into here. The set screw tightens up on there. I file all those by hand. My hands are just about done, I think. So, actually not getting much done in this video. Get these cleaned out. See if we can get some assembly here. Is that not the right size? Metric or what? That's the metric hex. Yeah. Okay, through all my junk Allen wrenches, I think I pulled out some kind of wrench that'll work. Probably a little metric that I saved from something, who knows what. Sometimes when I get something, some modern product from the store that needs assembly, they give you some wrenches, metric wrench for some set screws. I'll just hang on to those. Never know when you need to grind one down or shorten one up to get into a tight spot. I have metric Allen wrench sets, but they're in my garage. Apparently both sets are in there. That one's pretty loose. I'm trying to match up the snugness here so that the set screw isn't working too hard. I'm not really a Loctite person, so I don't put Loctite on a lot of assemblies. Unless it's something, you know, critical, if it came apart, it would wreck something else. But these are just handles on inspection piece of equipment. Six to one, half a dozen of the other, right? I think I'm going to leave that groove in that one that I was going to weld up. I think I'll just put it on the handle side. You'll hardly even notice it. The other thing I notice is these studs seem to stick out more on some than the others. So I don't know if these balls are larger on some pieces than others. I may have to go back through this and rearrange them. This one's got a little ridge on it. Get the camera off my file. Yep, there's a little ridge out there. Probably from my disc grinder work. Disc sander work. Oh, my hands have had it. Don't have much grip strength. A little more. I have some old drywall mudding to do in the bathroom I've been trying to get done for months. When I was a remodeling contractor, I used to do a bathroom in a week. 2 weeks of it had tile, including a tile mud base, shower mud base, if you know what that is. Now it takes me months to do a so-so bathroom job. Lots of recovery time. This one's going to bite me evidently. These handles are actually pretty soft material. I can see why they got banged up. No excuse to be banging on them though. Looks like they were just taking like miscellaneous tools, wrenches and stuff, and banging on the handles. The way some of those dings were in there. Almost got it. Oh, I gotta put it on something. This hand fitting is no good for my hands. It's like putting pressure and sanding, you know, this filing. That'll be the snuggest one. Let's see, hammer, hammer, hammer. There's a brass one. There, that one actually fits in there lengthwise, probably the best out of any of them. I do have some clear lacquer or something, some spray product. I think I'll degrease them and spray some of that on there. Now let's go through these. Those two are sticking out. That one's sticking out. This one's way in there. I think I'll take that one out. This one is sticking way out. I think I'll try that in there. Come on. Set screw deformed enough already. Ah, more handwork. Oh. Yeah, I think this one's kind of just mushroomed at the end. Won't fit in the other one. Because I've already been over the set screw marks and that wasn't much of anything there. Yeah, just wider on the end. Just like that last one I was trying to fit. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, get the set screw out of the way. Lengthwise, yeah, it doesn't stick out as much like it did on the other one. Yeah, that one fits better with that one too. Okay, there you have it. I believe there's 7 of them. 7. Got those already. All right. Okay, well that's about it. I got the handles all cleaned up.
ready to get put back on once everything is painted and reassembled. I didn't get as far as I was hoping I would get. So next time we'll be cleaning up, doing some final cleanup on the major pieces. Like I said already, blending in the casting mismatches and bondoing up the imperfections, the major imperfections. And while that's setting up, really humid here, so it'll take a while for that to set up. I can maybe see about whipping up a couple of new gibs, these ones that are broken, or welding them. Probably make a new one. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of good stuff, and we'll see you on, I think it'll be like part 6 maybe. All right, thanks for watching.